Hey, this is Kyle with Kyle's Car Vlog, and today we traded in the X5 xDrive50i for a 2020 X3 xDrive30i. So let's take a peek at it. This is the X-Line version, and it has a few packages. As you can see, it has the parking assistant package, so you can see all of the sensors around it, as well as the backup camera here. You can see it is the xDrive30i, and it is the 2020 year, so this is a G01. BMW's flagship SUV, the X3. And it also has the Driver Assistance Plus package. Features some newer tires. These are all Pirellis, P0s. And it has the ventilated seats, and in the back, these are nice and very durable. And if you look here as well, you are able to recline these back seats. So you just hold this and you push back on this if you want to recline it. All these headrests are also adjustable. You press the button and you can adjust them. You pull this down for the cup holders and armrests for the rear passengers. Also has the full panoramic sunroof, as you can see there. It does have rear climate as well as 2 USB-C chargers down at the bottom. And you can see a lot of details that BMW's added, such as an X right there. And these are nice and very solid metal. When you push down on them, they're very solid. Nice, thick armrest here to seat your whole arm when you're sitting in the back. Same for the front. You see it also has the door edge protection, as well as the X-Line package, which features that little protector down there at the bottom. It also has the BMW adaptive LED headlights. So these are LEDs, and they turn with your steering wheel as you're turning. And they're in very good condition. Has the front parking camera as well, and the front radar, which is for the Driver Assistance Plus, which we will show you in just a second. It also has the HUD, as you can see, this cutout right here, that's so that the projector can display on this windshield. And as we go inside the front, you can see the X is there again, as well as the X-Line. Then if you open the rear door as well at the same time, you can see they put X3 in the pillar as well. They're very proud of what the X3 has become. And as we close that, you can see X3 again. And I have to say, this display, the package that this has with the connected package, has this Live Cockpit Pro display, and is so detailed and fabulous. It shows your navigation on there, and I'll show you that in just a second. Everything is displayed on there nicely while you're driving, as well as in the HUD. You also have iDrive 7, which in my opinion is BMW's best. iDrive 8 became 2 screens together and got rid of all of these buttons. And I love having physical buttons for changing, air conditioning and heat and radio, quick presets, instead of navigating through a menu and clicking, preset this, that, and the other thing. So, prefer having these tactile buttons, which are also very solid. So, very clicky. Everything is very responsive. You can see that's the ventilated seat button and the heated seat. So on the two fronts, you have a very nice glove box, which features the original owner's manual. And it's all very durable. It has this nice wood grain trim as well. That goes all the way over to the doors. Of course, all your windows are one touch. You can have, you can set a whole bunch of things. You can have your mirrors automatically fold when you lock your car, for example. This is obviously your mirror adjustment. You can fold them in yourself if you would like, and you can also pop your rear tailgate. You have a couple driver's settings right here. So if two people share the car, you can press 1 for driver 1 and 2 for driver 2, or you can recognize it via the key. It'll automatically set your settings to the key. And you have automatic headlights, of course, your display screen brightness, and your parking sensors, your parking lights. So you have BC and the automatic adjustable headlights. You have paddle shifters. And since I have the driver's assistance plus package, it is almost full self-driving. So it keeps you in your lane with lane keep assist. It also has radar, so it adjusts your speed based on the car in front of you. And it also brakes for you in the event that it looks like you're going to get in an accident. It'll do some accident avoidance. And it'll keep you at a safe distance from the vehicle in front of you, which you can adjust via this line. 4 lines means very long distance, and 1 line is very close to the car in front of you. And if you go to this side, this is all your media controls. You can answer the phone. You can go back to the menu, so you can select AM, FM. You can select CarPlay, which I do have connected. And you can navigate through all your menus in the HUD as well, with the steering wheel, and your volume controls, of course. And behind that we have our windshield wipers. So we have rear and we have front. So we have our front window and our rear hatch. Here we have our start-stop button and our engine start-stop button, and then we have our automatic start-stop that makes this a partial hybrid. While you're sitting at a stoplight, for example, it'll put it into basically like a sleep state, and you can turn that off if you want. Okay, let's take a peek at iDrive 7, and you can see this fabulous display here. It has our Apple CarPlay. We can do anything we want. It is touchscreen. You can also optionally use the navigation button like BMW has always provided for you. And we'll just navigate through it. If you want to get back to your car's settings, you could go ahead and just click the menu button and go back to BMW. And then you can see the BMW screen. So you can see, we'll go ahead and close this panoramic sunroof so we can have a little bit darker in here for the camera. You can see it is isolated very well, and you can see the sun still does come through. It's just a shade covering, but you still do see the sun through it, so it's not completely black. It does also have wireless charging right here on this pad right there. You just set your phone down and it'll start charging. You have your traction control off. You have Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro. And in Sport, you can make individual settings as well as Eco Pro. You can set steering mode, and then in Sport you can select if you want Sport, Sport Plus, or Comfort or Eco engine, and transmission and steering. And then over here we have media, communications, menu, map, navigation, back and option keys. We also have the gesture controls. So if we were playing a song, for example, we can go like this to change the volume. We can go like this to make the volume louder. Let's actually go ahead and put on some music. So you can see how it's responding. I'm not touching anything. And if I set that gesture to turn the screen off, so you can see it automatically reads your fingers and responds nicely. Let's actually go ahead. We'll go back to the home and we'll click on this navigation. So you can see there are some streets on the navigation. We'll go ahead and start the vehicle. And you can see we're at 67,849 miles. And you can see in the screen we have those lines, and that is corresponding with our navigation over there. So when you're driving in a very populated area and there's lots of streets, unlike here where there's quite a bit of distance between all of that, or like you're driving on the highway, this just looks absolutely beautiful, showing you all of the streets. And you can see we're getting 30.7 mpg so far in the 579 miles since I purchased this vehicle. The packages that this vehicle has is it is the black sapphire metallic with the Canberra beige Verniseca leather, and that's the only leather that they've featured air conditioning seats in. So they do have those ventilated seats. We have the driver assistance package, which is the active blind spot detection and lane departure warning. But on top of that, we have the driver assistance plus, which has the stop and go and active drive assistance, as well as the extended collision mitigation. So that package was an additional $1,700 added to this vehicle. It also has the executive package with the comfort access keyless entry, lumbar support, the heated seats, ambient lighting, the full LED headlights, automatic high beams, parking assistance plus heads-up display, Sirius XM radio, which is the larger display, the connected package Pro, which connects to your phone so that you can communicate with your vehicle, the Live Cockpit Pro, including the navigation, which is that cluster that I showed you. That's absolutely beautiful. The gesture control, which is those gestures where it reads your finger for volume and whatnot. The active park distance control, so when you're pulling up into a parking lot, it'll automatically display either the rear camera, the 360 camera all the way around, or if you're pulling into a spot going forwards, it'll bring up the front camera so that you know the distance from the car in front of you. And then obviously the surround view with the 3D view. And it's the X-Line package, which features that satin aluminum exterior trim that I showed you. Tire pressure monitor, the spare tire, which I did show you in the rear as well. Universal garage door opener. I also have the trailer hitch package, roof rails in satin aluminum, privacy glass, the acoustic glass, which means it's thicker. It's actually double insulated, so let's go ahead and show you that. As you can see, as we put it down, how much thicker that is. It's actually double window insulated, so it responds better for your music. It keeps the cabin a lot quieter. Floor mats, auto dimming mirrors, rear seat back adjustment, so the rear seats, which I showed you, can recline. The front ventilated seats was an additional $350. Dual zone automatic climate control. So, automatic, I can set it to 72 degrees and it'll put the fan speed on to get me to 72 degrees. And my passenger can have it at 68 degrees if they want. And it'll automatically bring that down with the fan's speed individual on both sides of the vehicle. It has the active protection package so that I can track it on my phone, the hi-fi sound system, Apple CarPlay, the wireless charging pad right here that I showed you, the anthracite headliner, daytime driving lights, transport protection, enhanced USB and Bluetooth, and the rear view camera. So in total, this vehicle came out to be $56,000 after all of the options, when it started at $43,000 originally. So it was pretty darn loaded. So would I say this is a downgrade? Here's our heated steering wheel, by the way. Would I say this was a downgrade? Well, I did downgrade from an X5. However, the technology advancements that I received and the solid feel of the car, I feel like this car was built better than the X5 was. Even though that MSRP was $90,000, I feel this is a little bit more solid of a vehicle, and it's more durable, which means I'm not actually afraid to, put the seats down and tow, put a ladder in it, for example, or go to the store and get some plants or some dirt and throw it in the back, or tow with it. So, being that I'm no longer afraid to actually use the vehicle for what it's intended, I feel the trade was worth it. I got an excellent deal on the vehicle, thanks to a res at Arrowhead BMW. You can see that it does have a full spare tire in the back, as well as some storage space down there. Below our floor. And we do have a power liftgate as well. So I'm not actually missing too much except for that V8 engine that I had in the X5. That was not very reliable. But being that it's a B series motor, this is the B48 engine. This is a heck of a lot more reliable and fuel efficient. So again, I'm not afraid to actually drive the car because I am getting 30 miles a gallon instead of 16. So it was a trade-off that was worth it for me personally. Okay, well, stay tuned for more updates on this vehicle as we continue living with the new X3. All right, thank you for watching. Have a good day.